We've reached our destination.
Damn, I can't believe I'm still standing after that.
Nice, Alphen! You did it!
You cleared the solo fights! That's amazing!
Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. Just a little wiped is all. Truth be told, I'm just glad to see all that hard training paid off in the end.
That was simply marvelous, Alphen. Were I still a lord, I would happily extend an invitation to join the Meuniere Guards.
Now that would have been interesting. I bet he would have made a good guardsman.
Sure, but then we wouldn't have him with us to complete our quest.
True. There'd still be a lot of walls for us to tear down if I left to join the guardsmen.
A valid point, and one that I hadn't considered. Forget that I ever said anything.
I'm only as strong as I am today because of all of you. Everything we've done as a group brought me here. I can't even begin to say how thankful I am to know each and every one of you. Truly. Thank you, everyone.
Well, how do you think I did?
What do I think? I think you did one hell of a job. Just what made you decide to go all the way and get so strong?
I guess you could say pride. Once I set my mind on doing something, I can't rest until I see it through to the end. Although, after a while, I did want to put myself to the test and see how strong I am. That was definitely part of it, too.
I can understand that. Always feels great when you can tell you're really honing your techniques.
You look like a queen at this point, Shionne. No joke.
A queen?
Yeah! You brush enemies aside like it's nothing and don't let them get in close. You are really cool out there.
I mean, I was just doing that to be cautious. I can't afford to let anyone get close since I use a gun and all.
Regardless, you still came out on top all by yourself. Congrats, Shionne. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Alphen. Now that I'm so strong, I'm thinking I might want to face off against you next.
I'll give it some thought.
We did it, Hoodle! We crushed the competition!
You've gotten way stronger since we first met you in Calaglia, Rinwell.
You wouldn't think she's a hardened fighter from how excited she looks.
Nothing wrong with that. It's good to see her smiling. What's gotten into you?
Birds are sometimes known to act aggressively towards those who get close to their chosen partners. Perhaps something similar is taking place here.
Huh? What are you talking about? Nah, no way. I ain't interested in some tomboy like... Stop it! How do I get him to leave me alone?
Maybe he's just upset because you haven't congratulated her yet. Did you think of that, Law?
Wow, Rinwell! You did such a great job! You're so amazing!
What's gotten into you?
I'm just trying to compliment you on a job well done!
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
Hey, it's that ingredient.
Yeah, the one for that recipe.
You always have an eye for food.
Hell yeah! Look who cleared the solo fights!
That was great. You really earned it.
I barely broke a sweat doing all that. All in a day's work for the likes of me.
I'd argue that at times things looked rather harrowing for you. Nevertheless, I'm glad to see you emerge safe and victorious.
Can't you see how excited he is? Maybe next time hold your tongue before you rain on someone's parade.
You're right. He can always reflect on what he did wrong later.
Hey, are you guys saying
You did good, Law. I can tell that your mind and techniques have really improved.
Alphen, thanks, man! I'll always follow you wherever you go. You can count on it.
Looks like I pulled through. Glad to see I can still do the guard proud.
I'd say what you've done will truly inspire the other guardsmen. Few of them enlisted today could do what you've accomplished here.
Man, being a guardsman sounds rough. You've still got to carry that kind of a weight on your shoulders even after you leave.
If only I'd reached this point sooner. Perhaps my brother would have opened up to me more while he was still alive. I feel like I failed him as a sister.
In hindsight, Miguel was always concerned for your well-being.
He was? I knew it. Of course he was. He must have thought I was far too weak to ever be a
As I recall, he worried that if he became too strong, any potential suitors would be frightened away.
Suitors?
Dohalim. Did you really think that was an appropriate topic to bring up right now?
Why? Was I out of line somehow?
I don't think you need to worry, Kisara. Everyone knows you're good at cooking.
Right, and you know how to fish, which means you can carry your own weight outdoors, too.
I don't know if telling her that is going to help in the way you guys think it will.
No, it's nice to hear that my skills are so appreciated, after all. Thank you, Alphen.
I suppose that makes you something of a wild guardsman, then.
Dohalim, please stop talking.
I suppose that concludes the last of my training exercises.
Congratulations on clearing the solo fights, Dohalim. Not that I expected anything less.
Damn, you really are strong, man. You're not even breathing heavily or anything.
I'm honored you think so highly of me, but to be quite frank, the fact that I can hold my own in solo combat is hardly newsworthy.
Yeah, but it's still a testament to why you were picked to be a lord. No ordinary Renan has got that kind of strength.
That isn't saying much, considering how I let my skills rust while in charge of Eldam and Encia.
Still as modest as ever.
It's okay to take a compliment every now and again. As I've traveled the world with everyone, I've come to realize what a good realm Meuniere ultimately is. These training grounds are part of the reason why it's good. You had them built to make this realm a better place for everyone, didn't you?
I suppose when you put it like that, I did have my reasons for having this facility erected, yes. Looking back on things, it's clear I should have tried out these exercises for myself, at least once during my reign as Lord.
Why do you say that?
Because the training itself skews too heavily in favor of refining only the basics. Its actual applications are rather limited. It would be nice if there was at least one more higher level of training, in my humble opinion.
You do realize that everyone who trains here is not going to be as skilled a fighter as you are, right, Dohalim?
An opponent like this should be easy.
I can carve through armor! Here I come!
Double Demon!
I'm ready! Try on the ground! Flying freak! Why did they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finally time
You picked the wrong fight!
Can't be fooled.
Vacuum blade! There! Vacuum blade!
Far enough!
charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Vacuum blade!
Rotating pile driver! Smash you! Ha! Take this! I'm ready!
Bad, right?
Yes.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
On your knees!
Can't get out of this!
I can do this all day.
Nothing is by me! Negative burst!
Thunderfang!
They smite with black and blade!
This'll come in handy.
Thunderfang!
Where are you going?
Execution!
Not in your dreams.
Thunderfang!
I'll fix you up.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Thunder!
Heaven and earth.
Thunderfang! Rinwell!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
Take this! Penumbra! Thunder!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant in here.
Blue escape! Thunder!
Thunderfang.
Thunderfang!
Fiery blast!
Thunderfang!
I'm ready!
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Rhapsody of darkness!
The waters of creation. Dance in mortal conflict. Guide away, radiant. Searing
Thunder!
Can't get out of this!
You picked the wrong fight!
burning strike.
Thunderfang! Thunder!
Now you see what I can do!
Thunderfang!
By the power of water.
Wide open!
It won't escape me! Nothing is by me!
In here.
Thunder!
Back into the fray.
Thunderfang!
Away.
Try
Hold on to
harder!
your art.
Not a
Don't
chance!
get carried away!
I never miss.
Thunderfang!
Made one.
Ignite! Thunder! Thunderfang!
By the power
Thunder!
of water.
Thunderfang!
Look here.
Thunder!
Down on the ground!
This one's
Cutting
all
fear!
mine! Thunder! Burn it out!
Freeze laser. Celestial water. Here.
Thunder!
Now.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Thunder!
Lightning
Try
and
harder!
death.
This one's all mine!
Thunder.
Thunder!
No further.
It's weakened.
Thunder! I owe you this ends now!
The chain between heaven
No
and earth.
dawn shall break this
I'm
night!
not done! Thunderfang! Thunder! Thunderfang!
Illuminate the dark.
Deny!
Holy glimmer.
Thunder!
Holy lamp.
Thunderfang!
Now.
Rinwell!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here, my turn!
Burn in hell!
Not in your dreams. Let the marksman
Thunder.
handle this.
Thunderfang!
Where are you going?
Thunder! Thunderfang!
Dance on the wind!
Take this. Got it. Now's our chance.
Smite with
Now.
black blade!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block! yourself. This one's tough.
Flame!
You picked the wrong fight. Thunderfang! Thunder!
I'll smash
Go
you!
for the weak point! Not on my watch!
Thunderfang!
Mega Ray!
Shield from calamity.
A chain between heaven and earth!
Barrier! My turn! Thunderfang!
Focus your attack!
The flame inside is yours to be let free!
Shield from
Thunderfang!
Lunar
Barrier!
In a bind?
Far beyond the darkest sky! I call upon annihilation! Radiant here!
Thunderfang!
On the ground. Tornado drive.
Try harder!
I'll be saving you
from
first!
calamity.
By the power
I'll
of
smash you!
Try harder!
Not a chance. No art of being interrupted.
Thunderfang!
A chain between heaven and earth! Alright! A wailing dance of lightning!
You require a hand.
Thunder! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I'm all stuffed
Begin.
up! Annihilation!
In a bind?
Hit! Lightning conduct! Power of flame!
Thunder!
Vanish without a
Try
chain
this.
between heaven and earth!
Take it.
A wailing dance of lightning!
Burn in hell!
Burning shield!
Double Phoenix Fang! Double
Shattering.
The enemy is going all out!
Here!
Ready! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Hit! Illuminate the dark! Holy Quiver! Holy Land!
Piss off!
Heaven and earth!
Thunderfang!
A wailing dance of lightning!
Burn!
I'll be saving this one!
Thunderfang!
Hit!
Thunder!
Alright!
Take this.
Thunderfang!
In a bind?
Thunder!
Back into the fray! Spread! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine!
I'm nearly done for.
Freeze Blaster!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Ready to burn! Lightning conduct!
Now you see what I can do.
Try harder! Now! Thunderfang! Thunder!
Hitting fire power.
Thunderfang!
Benediction
Without a
light.
trace!
Thunder!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Try harder! My turn! Thunder!
I'm ready.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Benediction light.
This one's all mine!
By the power between heaven and earth! Vanish without
Nothing
a trace!
gets by
A
me.
wailing dance of lightning!
Thunderfang!
Benediction light.
Thunder!
Heal.
Thunderfang!
Far beyond the
Thunder!
darkest sky! I call upon
Take
thee!
this.
Thunderfang! Thunder!
Armor won't save
Hold
you.
on to your art! Here I come! Shooting
Power
star! I can
surges
do this
through
all
me.
day!
I'm in your debt.
Thunderfang! Eat this!
There you go!
Thunder!
Don't let up!
Can you take it?
Thunderfang!
This one's mine! This will come in handy!
Thunder!
Time to feel some hurt.
Thunderfang!
Supernova!
Benediction
War
light.
with action strong!
Explosive ray!
Take
Lightning
this.
condemned!
Allow me no further.
Thunderblade!
Thunderfang!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Armor won't save you.
I can handle it! Lightning!
Down on the ground.
Tornado
Piss
drive!
off!
Corruption!
Thunder!
Back into the
Try
fray!
this.
A wailing dance of lightning!
You picked the wrong fight!
Annihilation! In here! Searing flame!
You're done, gentlemen. Then tonight's meal is on you.
You got it.
Photon blast! Here's downtime! Freeze Lancer! Thunderblade! Illuminate the blah 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 magic! Holy Lance!
Thunder!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Thunderfang! Try harder! My turn! Thunder! Thunderfang!
Tucked away!
Thunder!
Here's God! Don't mind if I do! Burning! Illuminate the dark! Blah 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 magic! Holy Lance!
Thunderfang!
Too much to
I
handle!
owe you.
Take
A
this.
chain between heaven and earth!
Armor won't save you.
A wailing dance of lightning! Here's evil!
Eat dirt!
Tornado drive.
Steel! Freeze Lancer!
Thunderfang!
Continue off on the way!
One final push.
Let's finish this off!
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
Where are you going? Now for something special!
Watch yourself!
Incredible power! I owe you one!
Penumbra!
Thunder Fang! Thunder! Demon Fang!
Come forth by the power of flame! Holy land!
Shattering to pieces!
Double Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight! Thunder!
Down on the
Thunder Fang! I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's what I like to see. Nice work, you guys. We really tore through those group battles.
We did great, and I'm just as amazed as everyone else, but was this really an efficient use of our time?
Considering what lies ahead on our journey, I'd say our time training here will prove valuable going forward.
Indeed. If we are to change things for the better, the challenges we face are ones that shall require us to fight at the absolute top of our abilities.
These exercises really brought home the fact that I'm not alone in this fight. That's enough to make this training worth it for me.
Why are you guys all acting so serious? We won those fights as a team! Come on, you should be way more excited! Give me a cheer!
You're right. What we did here is more than just proof of how far we've come and how much we've grown. It proved the strength of our bonds together. I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't worry so much.
You needn't apologize. At any rate, I think a small toast is in order for us this evening.
In that case, I'll make sure to cook something extra special for dinner as well.
You guys, you're not listening to me!
We hear you, Law, don't worry. Once we've actually saved the world from destruction, you can be sure we'll be letting loose celebrating it.
Oh, that's a promise, you hear? Can't go back on it now!
Yeah, I'll have to practice to get ready for it.
Practice?
Always good to be back in familiar territory. There.
Most of my book is filled out now.
Are there any details on how different creatures taste, perchance?
What? I mean, if you want to find out for me, I'll write it down, I guess.
This was a good day. Well, off we go.
Well, I think that was the last thing I needed to finish my book.
Excellent work, Rinwell. Have you ever thought of publishing it? You should.
Really? Getting to share this with other people would be amazing!
This was a good day.
You reading over all the enemies we fought until now?
I am. It's only dawned on me while paging through just how many different kinds we've encountered throughout our travels.
Yeah, we sure have seen a lot of weird-looking ones. Plenty with nasty abilities, too.
And it's all meticulously recorded for us to read and reference. You did a very good job writing it all down for us, Rinwell.
But but I couldn't have done it without everyone's help, too.
In a way, I guess that makes this book a memento of everything we've seen and done on this journey.
The insight it provides is truly invaluable. With it, we know exactly how to deal with most any enemy we could possibly meet.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Once you fight something once, you can rely on your muscle memory in the future.
You may feel so now, but hardly anyone is as experienced as we are. For others, this tome remains highly useful.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you told me I should publish it when it's complete. Do you really think it's possible to see all my work in print?
When you say publish, you mean making the same book again and again and spreading it all over the place, yeah?
In very, very simple terms, sure.
If that's the case, our next priority should be educating the people of Dana.
Educating? You mean like studying and stuff?
That's right, especially learning how to read and write. There are still a lot of Danans who aren't fully literate. It'd be a shame to publish all this great information and have no one able to read it.
I mean, I get by with just the absolute basics, so I don't think it's such a big deal.
There's no need to be shy. Visind offers a lot of educational opportunities tailor-made just for Danans like you.
She's right, you know. They'll beat that knowledge into your mind until it becomes second nature to you.
I think I prefer muscle memory.
All right, guys. Ready to go?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
There's something in the water.
Now where might those fish be? Oh boy, she's a big one! Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
We sure hit the jackpot. That'll taste great.
I wasn't sure if I'd actually reel it in, but somehow I did.
That was intense. It looked like you were practically dueling with the fish.
Yeah, I kept thinking your rod was going to snap in half the entire time I was watching.
It's a whopper of an armored sturgeon. It wriggled so much I thought my arms would pop out of their sockets.
The fish was all bah, and your rod was all creak, and the water was all splash, 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 splash. But you held your own and reeled it in. It was crazy. You're like a heavyweight fishing champion.
Heavyweight?
Law.
No, I just mean you put your full weight behind the thing.
Law, how about you put your full weight behind zipping your pie hole?
I meant it as a compliment.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
There's something in the water.
Where should I cast my line? Oh boy, she's a big one. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
Yes! I caught a big one.
Is that even a fish? It's rather enormous for one, is it not?
Of course it is. It's an Aureum Arowana, a freshwater species that makes its home in these parts.
It's quite the impressive specimen. Why, I don't believe we ever had anything so large for dinner back at the palace.
That's because a fish like this is way too big to put on display at a formal dinner, let alone one for a sitting lord.
You catch a giant fish, and all you can talk about is how you're going to eat it?
What's wrong? You like eating too, don't you, Law? I can guarantee a fish this big is going to make for a good meal.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I am a little excited to dig into it and see how it tastes.
Moments such as this are a good reminder of what I would have missed out on. I'm glad I decided to join you all on this journey. I may have once been a lord, but in truth, my insight into this world was rather limited. And that is, despite the myriad opportunities lordship ostensibly affords.
Wish every Renin was as self-aware as you. Maybe then things wouldn't be so bad.
Indeed. When I say Meuniere was beyond lucky to have you as its lord, I really mean it. I'd even say it was miraculous. Now, as for that fish, I'm thinking I'll make some steaks out of it tonight.
Oh, that sounds good! I can't wait!
Miraculous. That's hardly the word I would use to describe myself.
We've reached our destination.
A fish! You saw it too, right?